Man United take on Leeds United in the Premier League this week in a doubleheader against our local rivals. It certainly will be a very interesting week for both clubs. This is an historic rivalry between two real traditional teams of English football, and a rivalry that has spanned back to the 1960s, to the days of Bobby Charlton and Jack Charlton playing for their respective teams. This week certainly will be no different. There will be interest, there will be many talking points, and as always with United and Leeds there will be controversy. So the main talking point going into this match, of course, is that Leeds United have sacked their manager Jesse Marsch going into the fixtures with Manchester United. So this will be very unpredictable, and typically with a manager being sacked there is a new manager bounce. Now Leeds haven't appointed a permanent manager as of yet, but that makes things even more interesting, as former Man United assistant manager will be taking charge of Leeds in these two matches against us, and that man is Armas. A man much riddled when he was at Man United, and a lot of people didn't take him seriously. There was some serious allegations about his coaching credentials, so let's hope that he isn't too much of a tactician going into this match. But Leeds will be unpredictable in this match. No sense of how they will play, or what their style of play and what their approach will be in this match. They do have some dangerous players, of course. Ronaldo is looking very promising, as is Somerville as well. Sinisterra has looked decent as well since coming in from the Dutch league over the summer, but Leeds are without their top goal scorer Rodrigo in this match. Meanwhile for United, as we know, third place in the league, absolutely smashing it up, and Erik ten Hag has a much more settled style of play at Manchester United. So let's have a look at the team Erik ten Hag will pick in this match. So this is the team I think Erik ten Hag will pick in this match. No Casemiro, of course. He is suspended, a straight red card against Crystal Palace for an incident with Will Hughes, which was bizarre because Jordan Ayew also had his hands around Fred's neck and there was no punishment at all for him. But we are here to look at the predicted lineup, so let's get back into it. So it will be David De Gea in goal in my opinion. At right back, Aaron Wan-Bissaka will continue. Diogo Dalot is back in training, but I don't think he'll be rushed in for this match. At centre back, Varane and Martinez, the best two centre backs in the Premier League for me this season. Their partnership has been absolutely fantastic, and as a duo act they are the best combo in the entire league in my opinion. At left back, going to be Luke Shaw for me. Definitely had a very solid match against Crystal Palace, and I was very impressed with his overall work in that match. Midfield is going to be Fred and Sabitzer. Now there is no natural number 6 available. McTominay is injured, Casemiro suspended, so I think we'll go for Sabitzer and Fred, and we will look to use their extreme work rate to get us through these matches. Bruno Fernandes will continue ahead of them in the number 10 position, and he is doing fantastically well. 4 goals and 3 assists in his last 10 matches. Bruno is back to his best, and boy oh boy did United need him back. Moving into the forward line, Anthony off the right for me will continue. I don't think Sancho will be thrown into this match too quickly, and I think Garnacho will come off the bench, but just not as a starter for me. Through the middle it's going to be Weghorst. With Anthony Martial continually injured, I think it will be Weghorst starting up front, and he has been pretty good for United so far. And off the left it's going to be the key man, it's going to be Marcus Rashford. So key man, it's going to be Marcus Rashford once again. Already this year, 19 goals and 8 assists in just 29 matches. He really is smashing it up, and Rashford could be on for a 30 goal season. We have done a full video this week already on Rashford, so I'll leave the link up to that just above me here if you guys want to check that out for a more fully in-depth role and look at how Rashford has turned his career around at Manchester United this season. But in this match up against Luke Ayling, I fully back Marcus Rashford to get the best of the Leeds defender. His pace, his strength, his directness, and most importantly his confidence will see him through in this match. In his last match Rashford had 1 goal, 1 assist, so the winning goal, and he set up the penalty that proved to be the opening goal against Crystal Palace. So Rashford absolutely smashing it up. We see that in his underlying numbers as well. 1.1 key passes per match. He is a great creative outlet down that left hand side. His link up with the likes of Shaw and Bruno has been absolutely instrumental in opening up compact opposition defences like what we will come up against with Leeds United. 2.6 shots per match as well shows a player who is backing himself in front of goal, and more often than not Marcus Rashford is finding the back of the net for Manchester United this season, and let's hope he can find the back of the net against on Wednesday night. So just how to beat Leeds United? Well, Leeds will come with a heavy press. They have always pressed under Bielsa, under Jesse Marsch, and I fully expect it to be the same under Chris Armas in these two matches. Of course, not a lot of time for Armas to change things around at Leeds United. He only came into the club 2 weeks ago, so there will be a lack of trust between him and the players, and I don't expect them to have a new manager bound, but that might come back to haunt me. But in recent matches, Leeds have really struggled against players with pace. We've seen this against Nottingham Forest, Brennan Johnson scoring a fantastic goal for Forest, and he had a really solid game up against Leeds United. Looking for that space in behind when Leeds do press up is the best way to counter their pressing style. So we've seen this many times for United against Leeds in recent years, especially in that 6-1 win at Old Trafford. United finding that space in behind Leeds when they push up the pitch, when they try to press us, will be key in this match. With the pace of Rashford, the pace of Anthony, perhaps Garnacho off the bench as well, there is a real avenue for United to counter-attack on Leeds, make use of the space and cut them open by that. United as well, fully capable of pulling Leeds apart with quick passing and detailed movement as well. Something we've seen very well in that second goal against Crystal Palace. 14 passes in 32 seconds, carved that Palace backline open, and United stuck another goal in the back of the net. If we do that against Leeds, if we score first, I think this could be a game that could be done pretty easily in my opinion. Let's go against Leeds, let's beat them handily, let's put a couple goals past them and make an easy job for us going to Elland Road at the weekend. So with all that in mind, it's time for prediction time. So I think this is a match United could win fairly comfortably. Leeds, of course, struggling at the bottom of the league. Without Jesse Marsch, there might be a new manager's bounce, so let's take this match seriously. Let's go and put in a professional performance and put Leeds to the sword at Old Trafford. I think if United score first, this could be a match that we could win fairly comfortably, 2 or 3-0. So with all that in mind, I'm going to go for a 2-0 win in this match. Goal scorers going to be Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford. So that's my predictions. Let me know how you think the match will go down in the comments down below, and as always, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you are new. Don't forget to join us after the match for some live reactions and an interactive fan chat as well with all you guys, so make sure you're joining in for that as well. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.